Hello, I'm Mr. Ranger, and we are going to go over the consequences of Vault-Tec taking over Vegas. The first consequence being that this place would be destroyed. Now, this is a border checkpoint, and House needs, NCR citizens to come in to spend so he can rebuild Vegas. But with Vault-Tec, he would have left this place alone to get their people in and in order. But with Vault-Tec, they would have burned this place down to the ground because the NCR had a standing order for this to be fully garrisoned with a full platoon of soldiers at all times. So when the Capitol was blown up, Shady Sands was blown up, this compound, I say compound, but it's not, the soldiers here would have either rushed home or they would have maintained the checkpoint more because it would have been more important than ever that people would know that there's an NCR presence. But with Securitrons under Vault-Tec's control, they would have burned this place down to the ground and not left a single thing standing. As you're aware, the Jackal Gang and several other raider gangs are on the outskirts of the checkpoint. Vault-Tec would have left them alone because they're against civilization rebuilding itself. They don't want to be challenged. They're against anything that could challenge them, and the gangs would help stop that from happening, from anything from becoming a threat. Which brings us to Primm. With the raider gangs unchecked in the south and the powder gangers unchecked in the north, Primm already being attacked once and only having one sheriff, whether it be the prison guard or the prisoner prisoner. My apologies for saying guard, but yeah, he can be sheriff or a robot. And with all the gangs around here on both sides, neither one of them alone could hold this town's safety in their pocket. Because the NCR checkpoint would have been destroyed and Primm would be overrun because there was no NCR holding back the gangs or the powder gangers, Goodsprings would be the only town here on its own. Unlike Primm, these people know how to defend their town. Well, that's not to say that Primm can't defend itself, but these people shoot first, and they're better shots because they actually defend their town from powder gangers. Would this town still be standing? It's so far away from the powder gangers and raiders. I'm going to give it 50-50. The other raider gangs, I'd say 50-50 on that. But we have to go to the main place in Vegas that's going to be the center of the story. But before we do, we should talk about the Salon. I'm not sure I said that right. This is an NCR mining outpost. They were working in a quarry to build and get resources for the NCR. But with Shady Sands blown up and the NCR falling apart, these people were getting paid in NCR dollars, but NCR dollars became worth nothing when Shady Sands got blown up. So these people were staying here for no reason. They weren't supporting their families. They weren't earning a paycheck anymore. So this place is gone. Just like the NCR being wiped off the map, the Shady Sands being wiped off the map, decreases the value of the dollar, the NCR dollar. So this place doesn't exist anymore. These people would have left because of the powder gangers, because of the death clause. With no one to save Primm, really, and Goodsprings being so far out of the way, Novak is going to probably be the biggest place in a Vault-Tec, in a post-Vault-Tec New Vegas, because there is a lot of empty room where people could set up stuff, and Boone is here, and there was, I can't remember the name of the Ghoul faction, but they teamed up with the citizens of Novak during the final battle of Hoover Dam to help them evacuate. So it stands to reason. So it makes sense that this place right here is going to be the most... this place is going to be the best place. It's going to be the place that's best off in a Vault-Tec controlled Vegas. Just because it's away from the powder gangers, it's away from the NCR gangs, and it was far enough away from Caesar's Legion, but close enough to other NCR outposts that the NCR have people retire here. With every single person crucified and murdered in Nipton, it would never and will not have recovered by the time the Season 2 TV show takes place. Especially in the Vault-Tec-controlled Vegas, where they would kill anything that tries to challenge them. Cottonwood Cove, that's controlled by Caesar's Legion. Caesar's Legion wouldn't be here. Like, even the outpost is gone. Caesar's Legion is eating itself alive during the time the TV show takes place because Caesar died at the end of Fallout New Vegas. Because the TV show hits the themes of technology out of control, I am going to say that this place is definitely going to be visited during the TV show, just because we need that wacky, clunky comedy of science gone wrong. It is Fallout. With the NCR destroyed and factions becoming independent again, the Crimson Caravan Company, while working with the NCR, isn't directly affiliated with it, and they maintained their own independency. While the Crimson Caravan would get off lucky because they are just a company, the Gunrunners are a different story, however, because they build their own guns in here on site and sell them, and they're right next door to Vault-Tec. Vault-Tec would take this place over and shut it down. They couldn't have something like that that could pose a threat to them. They directly control it, especially how close it is to the Lucky 38. Freeside, under Vault-Tec's heel, is a mixed beauty. The followers of the Apocalypse are selfless. You don't need to pay them anything to do their job. They do it voluntarily, so Vault-Tec would leave them alone. That same cannot be said for the Kingsmen. You know, the king, his guys, House was going to destroy them in most endings. Vault-Tec would destroy them because they are an army here in Freeside.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work.
So they would have definitely died because they would oppose Vault-Tec, and Vault-Tec wants everyone gone. Now, this is the most interesting part of a Vault-Tec controlled Vegas, is how, with Vault-Tec operating out in the open, talk to the Vault Dwellers. I have no idea. I can't even fathom it. They are isolationists by nature. They want to stick to themselves. So how would they react when Vault-Tec comes calling? I can't even guess. Jacobstown is so far away, it will not change even in a Vault-Tec controlled era. Sorry. They take care of their own bighorners, so they don't have to leave. I know there's a woman here. Hold on. There are the bighorners. Let's go talk to the woman.
Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. I'm also handy with tools. Once in a while, I venture down into the valley to trade the bighorner hides and meat for supplies.
So they produce their own resources, and then they trade those resources for supplies. Supermutants are literally an army of their own, and they are so far out of the way that there's no reason for Vault-Tec to even come here. Vault-Tec would just leave them alone. I mean, they generally release supermutants out into the wild and the wasteland anyway. So these guys are the second best place after Novak that could pose a challenge to Vault-Tec. Since they only have the Ghoul come out to go do trading, like I said, they produce their own resources, so they don't need to go out. So they wouldn't catch Vault-Tec's attention, since the Ghoul only goes out to bring in resources, trading the resources that they make here. I'm pretty sure that they offer more than bighorner hides. Anyway, that's what I suspect would happen during a Vault-Tec controlled Vegas. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.